Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Lights Out Lounge podcast. My name is Jada Maraska. I'm one half your co-hosts. And to my right, as she is, well, it's supposed to be each week, but we'll get into it. But she's here in a different location, Brianna Ross.
Hello. Oh my gosh, it's good to be back.
Very good.
It feels a little bit weird getting used to. I've missed it.
Brand new scenery.
Brand new scenery, a lot's going on. I feel like we need to spend a few minutes just catching everyone up with what's been happening.
Yeah.
We apologise.
We do.
We have missed a few episodes, a few races, but all for good things.
Correct. All for the future.
Yes.
And the future has come. Brianna, explain to the viewers where we currently are at the moment. We're not in our usual spot.
No, we are in our very own home studio at my house.
Yep.
This feels so cool. It feels really real now.
Yeah.
But that is why we have missed a few episodes. Look, it wasn't easy.
No. If there's anything, you know what? There's wars going on in the world right now. There's a lot more stuff happening, but my God, it felt like we were in a fucking war.
Yeah.
Getting everything sorted.
It was hard, and there was multiple times we came to film an episode and it just fell to shit. And who would have thought it was this hard to set up your own studio? But
we've got it done.
We've finally got it done, 2-3 weeks later.
Yep.
But no more missed episodes, and that's a promise.
That's it. And you know what? It's all worth it in the end. You know, when new journeys take place, there's ups and there's downs. We've had the up now. We're currently on an up.
Yeah.
We're ready. We're set. Here it is. The down, missing fucking episodes.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
Canada, the two McLarens made contact, couldn't talk about it.
No.
I will admit, I recorded my own little mini ep in my bedroom for my Austria predictions.
Yeah.
And I do the best when we don't actually record. I said, swear to God, Kimi biggest flop, who crashes straight away. Obviously, we'll get into it. I said Lawson, good surprise. But probably wondering what's happened to our studio that we were at.
Yep.
Now, we just want to shout out a big thank you to Lloyd James from Ludio X Media.
Well done, Lloyd. Well done. Oh, yes. Brianna's just pressed the button. We've got our own sound effects, ladies and gentlemen. How good is that? That just brings the podcast to a whole new level.
I'm going to be overusing them today. I'm so sorry. It's my first time. But yes, just back to Lloyd. We can't thank him enough. Without him, the podcast wouldn't have even started.
Nah.
So, yeah, please go check him out, Ludio X Media.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the description to their Instagram, the Brain Break podcast, Ludio X
check
Media.
out their podcast.
If you're a vivid listener, you would have known that we had a little intermission in a few of our podcast episodes, shouting out Ludio X Media, telling you guys to hop on if you want to start your own business or your branded social media.
Yeah, need some marketing
tools. They're the guys.
He did our actual photo shoot.
He did.
He's amazing. Go check him out, please.
Absolute weapon.
But yeah, we are in our very own home studio. And you know what? We're only here for a couple of weeks and we changed locations again.
Yeah, we changed.
But it's all happening.
It is. Yeah. I've you know what? A little bit of a story time. I had to deliberate with my parents to be like, listen, we have the fucking perfect spot for this podcast right here in the theatre room. It's happening whether you like it or not. I don't care if I have to pay board, if I have to give them $50 a week. It is perfect, but we're currently, as I've mentioned before, we're still renovating. It's driving me fucking insane.
I feel like the listeners have heard that for months.
Oh my God. When we're on the home straight. We're literally at the final corner of the British Grand Prix. That's how close we are to the finish line.
I love it. And you know what? Let's manifest it. Let's put it into the world for Spa. Mm-hmm. We're going to have cameras and have our
proper visuals,
proper setup, proper studio.
Yeah.
We're locking it in. We're not missing that episode.
No. We've got, what do we have? 3 weeks? It's a long time. From now till the Belgian Grand Prix, we've got 3 weeks. So it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen.
It is showtime. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Can we do a 5-minute deliberation on the Canadian Grand Prix? There's obviously one thing I want to talk about, and it's those two coming together. The only thing I want to speak to you about, Brianna, I want to get your opinion on. Do you think that crash elevated the relationship between Piastri and Norris in a more negative way. Like they now look at each other and go, "You're actually a bit more of a slimy little human."
You would think so.
Even though, look, Lando took full responsibility.
Yeah, of course. I don't think there's like bad blood, but it's more like, okay, we're doing this. This is on.
He went to sleep that night thinking, fuck it, why didn't he leave me a bit more space? Just something.
And he delivered. He delivered this weekend.
Wow. I was
blown away.
I was on the edge of my seat for that one. Well, for the first half of it, then it
so much happened, but not, and it was so exciting, but it wasn't.
We got teased. You know, the first 30 laps of the Austrian Grand Prix were unreal.
Unreal. And, F1 movie's out, guys.
Oh, no spoilers, please.
No spoilers.
I'm watching it tomorrow.
You're watching it tomorrow. I've seen it twice. We are going to do a little recap on it once we've both seen it. But I just keep thinking, like, all these non-F1 fans that watched the movie, this would have been their first ever race they watched. Like, just thinking about it like that. Because a lot of them would have tuned in. They would be like, let's see what this is about.
Let's see what this is about.
And the first 30 laps delivered.
Yeah.
And then
just a little bit, how you going? Speaking of first fans, I've got another story, sorry. I was in Karen up on the weekend doing a little bit of shopping.
Yeah.
Seeing a few people.
Did you see Danny Rick?
No.
Oh, he's been spotted a few times.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I saw Danny Rick. No, I was actually in the Yochi line and I'm on a bit of a cut, so I didn't actually consume the Yochi. But what I did have were two girls behind me talking about the F1 movie. Now, one girl was a massive F1 fan and one girl had never even heard of F1. But the girl who had no idea what F1 was, goes, I'm only watching it because Brad Pitt's in it. And then she said, that pissed me off. Because I'm like, okay, fuck you. Then she proceeded to say, I feel like once I watch the movie, I'll actually get into it. And I feel like, as you said, there's going to be a lot of people that are now going to start watching F1 after watching the movie.
Yeah. What Drive to Survive did, this is going to redo it. And getting tickets will be so much harder, more expensive.
Yeah.
They did a survey. They had a room of people who've never watched F1. And after the movie, they asked how many of you would watch F1 now, and like 80% said yes.
Yeah.
So there you go. So I don't want to talk about it too much until you've watched it, but I have a lot of questions, a lot of things to debrief,
all right.
Which we will.
You could give me a bunch of situations right now. I would have no fucking idea. But by this time next week, I'll know. So, it's good.
It'll be good. I'm excited.
Now, can we go into your predictions for the Austrian Grand Prix just to see how many points you would have got? Because apparently you nailed it.
I nailed biggest flop, biggest surprise up. That was it. But that's an extra 4 points I would have got.
I want to see my predictions as well because I did do them.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's quickly go through them.
And you know what? Looking at them now, I'm not happy. Oh, you know what? No, I wouldn't have done well actually. Fuck no.
My podium was so wrong.
My podium was wrong. My
podium was completely wrong.
I should have swapped my flop and surprise, and I should have swapped. Oh no! Yeah, no. Okay.
Would you have got any points? I would have got 4.
Where did Isaac Hajar finish? I had my biggest. I'll go first because
I almost forgot the category name. My biggest flop.
Oh yeah.
Kimi Antonelli, unfortunately.
I knew it.
How many points is that?
That would have got me 2.
2 points.
And then let me just find it.
Now jumping into my podium. It's my good surprise, but bloody hell is going a bit rogue here. Liam Lawson in the points.
Liam Lawson in the points.
Well done, Browner.
Well, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. But what are the chances the first week I say Lawson will get points?
Yeah.
He gets points. It doesn't count, unfortunately.
Tell you what, this alone would have probably won you the whole fucking thing, to be honest. You did really well.
Convenient. We couldn't record that night. No, I'm kidding.
Your pole and podium?
Pole, Oscar.
Yep.
Yours?
Oscar?
Yep. Third place was George.
Okay.
Who'd you have?
Charles Leclerc. That would have been my only point.
That would have been your point.
Yeah.
And then second, I had Oscar.
I had Max.
And I said Max would win.
And I said Piastri would win. My biggest flop was Fernando. My biggest surprise was Yuki.
Oh.
And I should have swapped them.
Yeah, if you swapped them, you would have got that.
But we're on the same way. What was your wild card? Liam Lawson.
Oh, no, that was just my good
Your
surprise.
good surprise.
My wild card was Hamilton podium.
Oh, fuck. And he could have,
It actually was something else before. It's quite embarrassing. I
Okay.
saw this TikTok. Don't believe everything you read on TikTok. And
Yeah.
it was like the last 3 years, Max and Charles have been 1-2 in the Austrian Grand Prix.
Yep.
So I openly said that. And then I Googled it and Max didn't even win it last year.
no, it was George.
Yeah, exactly. So I quickly re-recorded and was like, Hamilton. But yeah.
My wild card was both RBs to finish in the points.
Oh, that would have been
Yep.
sick.
Yep.
Oh, and
And
you
I
wouldn't
haven't,
have thought Hadja would
I haven't
be-
edited this at all. Look, 25th of June, 2025. There's no alterations. I'm not cheating. I would have got 1 point and potentially, because when you don't think both RBs, you just think Isaac Hadjar is going to be in the
Yeah.
points. So the fact that Liam came in and just said, fuck you, everyone.
Yeah, that's insane. Let's get straight into the race.
Yep.
Before the race even started, there was stuff going on. Now, you
Oh,
won't
yeah.
understand this reference,
Okay.
but Colour Science did a sunny haze.
So
I also put that TikTok. I made a TikTok of it on
Yeah.
our account. You won't
I
understand it
won't get
until
it yet.
tomorrow.
Okay. So I'm presuming Brad Pitt's car just fucking dies pre-race or
No.
catches fire.
No,
Okay, okay.
no, nothing like that.
All right,
It's something a bit unrealistic.
All right. Yeah. Well, I don't get the reference. Half of you might do already. But Carlos Sainz couldn't get out of first gear. Could not get out of first gear. That's embarrassing. That is seeing 9-10 other guys drive off and you're just there stuck on the grid. It was fucking hot as well.
Yeah,
was
so
boiling
hot.
hot.
Do you see Alonso? He was like, my seat feels like it's 200 degrees.
That's a red bum. A red Spanish
That
bunda,
is.
let me tell you. And then he eventually got going. Now, the issue was they had to abort the start because all 20 drivers have to get off the fucking grid line for the mechanics to actually go into the garage. But because
Yeah.
Carlos didn't move, they had to stay there in the heat. So there wasn't going to be enough time for Carlos to, when he got the car going, to go around the track and by the time the mechanics cross the track,
Yeah.
Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc are about to run them over.
Yeah.
So they had to abort the start. But then the Williams just left its brakes on and completely turned into fucking lava, and that car was on fire for about 25 minutes.
Yeah. Carlos Sainz, the Williams in general, they are in such a rough patch.
It's very inconsistent. They can have a double points finish or a double Q3
Yeah.
appearance, and then they just completely bottle it the next week. Just unreal. I think this is
The amount of DNFs they have had,
Yeah.
insane.
I think this was this Carlos's third Q1 elim in a row.
Yes.
Really struggling.
Really, really struggling out of nowhere because they were up there at one
Yeah.
point. But yeah, DNS for the
DNS.
smooth operator.
Yeah. An honourable mention for before the race even starts qualifying, Gabby Bortoletto. Hello.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Gabby. That's a massive scalp.
Yeah, that was insane.
P8 or 9?
P8.
P8.
And Liam Lawson qualifying P6 in front of Max.
Huge.
Very big,
Yeah.
huge.
That is massive. Speaking of Max and Red Bull, Ted Kravitz summed it up perfectly. After in the race, they were just talking about how Yuki was struggling, and it's clearly not the driver now.
Yes, I'm glad they're finally.
We've said it all
Have-
along.
we
Me and you have
have.
said that car's built for Mr. Max.
It is, and I feel so bad for Perez now.
Yeah. I mean, but fucking everyone's struggling. Like, you throw a rookie
Yeah.
in, like Liam Lawson, he's obviously going to struggle. But
Of
Yuki
course.
Tsunoda has proved himself multiple times. Like, we were when Liam got brought into Red Bull, we were screaming for Yuki to be in that
Yes.
seat. Now he's really struggling.
I've got a little fact that might blow your mind. I don't believe Lawson got any points in the Red Bull. So if I minus Max, I take him out of the equation. How many points do you think Red Bull have?
Honestly, like 50, 60. More? Less. Oh my God.
No. Okay, let me just fact check.
Yep.
He didn't get any points in that race, just gone, did he?
Yuki, no. He's
All right.
stunk.
17, and they would be 9th.
Oh my God.
Now, let's say you had a driver equal, like, let's make it fair, 17 times 2,
Yeah, 34.
34. They'd be 7th. Racing Bulls would be in front.
That's crazy. The Works Red Bull is behind the RB.
The fact Red Bull has 162 points, and only 17 of them is the teammate.
Well, if you take off half of Max's upgrades and put them on Yuki Tsunoda's car, they are easily going into Q3. Both of them would be. They wouldn't be the fastest car. That's clearly McLaren. When do they give up as a team and go, okay, Max isn't winning. He just got absolutely fucking shafted by Antonelli at turn 3, first lap. Championship's gone. He's not winning it now. There's no chance.
No. And he said that. He said, stop asking me about it. Which is fair.
Exactly. But when is it time for Christian Horner, Helmut Marko, and just the whole team to go, okay, let's give our second driver just some love here. Yuki's like a foster kid.
Yeah.
They just brought him in and
I think you have to start now with all the rumours that he might be leaving.
Yeah.
You really, really need to start looking after your second driver and creating a car that's not designed for Max.
I think Max is fed up with having to carry the whole load on himself. I don't think my personal opinion, he hates the fact that the upgrades just go to his car.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, fuck. If the team don't score points, it's on me because clearly Yuki can't do it.
Yeah, he's not going to. Honestly, I could easily guess Yuki bottom 5 every race.
Oh, without fail. Like, I've got more chance of becoming the Pope than Yuki Tsunoda has scoring points. Like,
It's shocking.
It's unreal.
All
right,
well,
let's dive into the race.
Race starts, lights out, and away we go, which we didn't hear that because Crofty wasn't there.
Crofty wasn't on. It's Harry Benjamin, who's, you know what, to be fair, he's up and coming. What's his catchphrase? It's all eyes to the lights and foot flat to the floor.
Something like that.
Not as good, not as catchy. Yeah, cricket's on that one for sure. Brianna's in love with this. I think we've got some more. What is this?
All right.
So, all eyes to the lights, blah, 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 blah. Charles Leclerc didn't get off the line. Terrible. Really poor from him. Oscar just swamped in.
Yeah.
And then the McLarens were going wheel to wheel up to turn 3. I could just see there was going to be contact, but I didn't think it was going to come from who actually made contact.
Yes.
I'm looking at the McLarens going, you guys are going to crash. And I can't wait to see just my golden boy, Charles Leclerc, go through and win the race by 12 seconds.
Yes, and Hamilton would have been second. I would have taken it.
Yep.
I was hoping for that, but no.
No. Brianna, who came in like a fucking steamroller straight into turn 3?
No, you tell me.
Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
And what does he do?
He absolutely sends it on Max Verstappen, taking them both out of the race.
Max is out, turn 3.
Brianna was very happy with that one. I got the message straight away saying, oh my God, he's out. And you know what? Fun fact, Max Verstappen has not been taken out on lap 1 since the 2021 British Grand Prix.
Wow.
When Lewis Hamilton took him out. Yeah, I knew Brianna wouldn't like that one. Oh, mate.
And now his replacement has taken him out,
but,
following his legacy.
Yeah, 100%. I can see, it was just weird to see. Like, obviously, Max has retired since then, but never on lap 1 due to an accident.
Yeah, his last retirement was Australia 2024.
Yeah, I think it was. He didn't retire this year. No, up until that point. No, you're right. Yep. Aussie 2024. That was a great race as well. Carlos Sainz with the victory. How good was that?
Carlos Sainz.
But the safety car came immediately. Kimi was like, sorry guys, that's on me.
Yeah, and I love watching Max interact with the rookies. He's so kind. Anyone else?
Well, he wasn't kind on the radio. He said,
no,
fucking idiots.
He did, but as you do.
As you do.
But then when he got out, he comforted him and then he spoke after.
Like if that was George, oh my God, World War III, Donald Trump would have sent everything he could to try and defuse that.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was. Like it would have been hilarious.
That would have been like a 3-episode special on Drive to Survive. Just that alone. Oh, chaos. But yeah, fair play to Kimi. He owned up to his mistakes.
Yeah.
Mid-race, he went in for the interview and he just said, yeah, completely my fault. Sorry to the team. Sorry to Max. But to be fair, like, let's be honest, Mercedes with George didn't have as much race pace as we thought.
No, they really don't do well in the heat.
No.
That Mercedes. I've known that as a Mercedes fan for quite
Mercedes
some
Galley.
while.
Yeah.
We really, really don't. Why'd I say we? I'm not a Mercedes fan anymore. They do not do well in the heat. So, yeah, we saw that. Like, the Ferraris, they were nowhere near George. Like, George was so far back.
Yeah. And then to combat that, the Ferraris were absolutely nowhere near the McLarens. They are on another universe.
For the first 20 laps, I swear the camera didn't go off the two McLarens.
No.
All eyes on that. And then when Oscar got him, and then Lando got him back.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so excited. We had been waiting all season for a fight like this. They've never qualified close enough to. No. Surprisingly, they've got the fastest car, but they never ever qualify next to each other.
Yeah. It's you're not wrong. Yeah, we've finally got that.
Because obviously Canada we did, but the last couple of laps. This was from the start. Show us what you can do.
Yeah. And it's a shame it only lasted just under half a race.
Yeah.
When the pit stops came in, it was all over, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, there we go.
Do you think they should have pitted Oscar earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as Lando came into box, the very next lap.
Yeah.
The very next lap. And you know what? There's a theory I saw on TikTok. Because Lando's pit stop was slow and he was the first to come in, that front left, fucking up.
Yes, and Oscar had the same.
Did they do it on purpose to Oscar's car?
My dad says yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Tinfoil hat coming on here. Did they do that on purpose? Now, it's very coincidental. When they started battling and then when Oscar would just throw down the gauntlet and go down the inside, I got a semi-chub. Very, very happy. I was excited because I was like, he's doing Australia proud. He's showing Lando as well. Lando cannot drive well under immense pressure. He can't do it.
No, but I take my hat off to him that he did keep.
He kept his spot, but he kept like making a fair few mistakes, driving
but
wide.
I expected it like lap 3, Oscar zoom off from him. So I will give him that.
Yeah.
Because normally he cracks a lot more. He was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When he's out in front by like over 3 seconds, he's fine. But when he's got someone right in his mirrors, he freaks out
and
so
I reckon
much.
especially when it's your teammate.
Oh, yeah.
He's really, and like,
especially after Canada.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that again.
Exactly.
So,
now, Oscar made a little questionable move on it, like a 50-50 move, yeah? Mm-hmm. And the team told him, don't do that
again, mate. Do not do that again. I feel like Oscar knew that he wasn't going to touch. Like, Oscar's very good at predicting what's going to come up ahead of him.
Yeah.
So he sent it down the inside, probably didn't realise that Lando would brake as early, hence the massive lockup Oscar had.
Yeah.
But the fact that Oscar just knows exactly where to place the car, he knows deep down, Lando gets nervous when I'm close.
He does. He's very, very clever.
Very, very clever. Now, when the pit stops occurred, though, in that, obviously when the pit stops came, very, very disappointing. Your fireplace is crackling some wood. Doing a good job, keeping us warm.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit hot and toasty. My face has gone red.
When the pit stops happened, I was very upset because I was like, oh, the race is gone. Why wouldn't McLaren box Oscar as soon as Lando came in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You're trying to do something different and...
Yeah. They're still trying to treat Lando like the number one driver.
They are.
Oscar's leading the fucking world championship.
He is. There's 15 points in it now. Yeah, so that ended the McLaren battle. Do you think they go opposite strategy or not? They made the right call, copying?
I mean...
You do that to try and spice it up or...
Just, you can see that they're going to... Were they scared? Were McLaren scared that they might make contact again? And they were like, okay, let's favour... Lando's in the lead. Let's favour him to win. Let's leave Oscar out a little bit longer before he comes in. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation.
A lot of speculation. Look, I'm almost glad this doesn't happen every race because too calculated.
Yeah.
But they did let him fight. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
You have to though.
Zach Brown wasn't in attendance either. So he would have been really scared.
A lot of people weren't in attendance actually.
Yeah.
Fred wasn't.
Fred wasn't. Must be like a...
Max's engineer wasn't, but his replacement didn't have to work long.
His replace... Mate, all he had to say was, Max, are you okay? And then Max went on a tangent and the guy must have said P0 Max, get it, jump out. That's it. Cool, done.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about now the race after the pit stops. Very much a lull. I've got two things to talk about. Number one, your crush, Franco Colapinto. What the fuck was he doing?
He's no longer my crush.
Oh, he's no longer?
No. See you later.
Well, he almost ruined Oscar Piastri's race.
That was so bad. Did you hear what Oscar said on the radio?
Yeah.
He's slowly losing his calmness about him. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Showing a bit more personality.
It's good. I think now because the championship's heating up, right?
Yeah.
We're pretty much halfway through the season now, and he has now dropped points in three races, sorry. And he is like, how dare a backmarker turn into me? I'm going to get on the radio and show exactly how I feel. Bang.
So funny. Can you tell us what it was if anyone doesn't know?
I can't remember exactly, but what I can do is actually pull up the team radio because I've got that I've got that special treatment. So, for those who didn't catch that, Alpine still managed to find a way to fuck me over after all these years, huh? Wow.
Wow, that is
What a
some
jab.
serious sass.
What a jab.
But so true. Can't bloody escape.
He is he was not happy, and rightly so.
For good reason, yeah.
You're fighting for the lead. How dare
He didn't realise, did he?
Franco?
Yeah.
No,
Get Doohan back in the seat.
Got news.
What? He's not. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They're keeping him on after Silverstone.
Yep. Jack Doohan is sitting at home, unfortunately. Franco.
He's actually coming to the pod next week, guys.
Will be sitting in the chair. I mean, that's judging by what we saw yesterday, Franco got a penalty for forcing Oscar off the track, rightly so. He also was on the receiving end of Yuki Tsunoda, copping a cheeky spin. So it was just chaos from the back half of the grid, just had a shocker.
He's not done anything this season. He's now the only driver to not have points after Bortoletto got points. Him and Doohan.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, but just come say hi. We're doing Austria recap.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how's everyone?
That is Dale in the flesh. Applause right now. Yes. Absolutely. That's massive. He'll be featuring on the next episode.
Live. Our first live guest.
Yes. But Yuki Tsunoda goes into Franco Colapinto. Was that out of pure frustration? Was he like, wow, this car's so shit, let me damage it even more? Let me turn into Franco? Surely.
Yeah.
The car's that poor. He was like, okay, I might as well just retire.
But also, why is Yuki there? Why is Yuki battling it?
Why is Yuki in 17th place? You know, like, come on. If you've got both kick Saubers smashing you by a good half a minute, it just puts into perspective how bad that second Red Bull is. You could have Lewis Hamilton in that Red Bull, and I guarantee he'd probably get into Q3, but he'd be 10th.
No, because sometimes he doesn't get into Q3 with a Ferrari, so I don't think he would.
That Red Bull is cursed. You know what? I want to... Surely someone can like make you probably won't get this, but like a gaming mod of that second Red Bull, like figure out what actual upgrades are on the car and drive it.
Oh,
It would be fucking undrivable. Like I'd struggle to get out of
I wish we could do that.
turn one. I don't think I'd be able to do it. Because I remember Liam saying before he hopped in the car for the first time, when you drive that Red Bull, it's like having the sensitivity on 100. Like,
jeez.
like when you turn, like think about your car, Brianna. If you turn your steering wheel,
I've played car games before, and I know what the sense.
Oh, you know what
I
it's
know.
like.
I know a little bit.
if you turn the steering wheel a little bit to the right, you're fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to get a grasp on, but for some reason, Max Verstappen loves it that way. I don't know.
Jeez, yeah, okay.
A car's like steering wheel is different in the Netherlands. It's like really touchy.
Maybe
I don't
just the way his dad brought him up.
Yeah, good old Yoss.
But yeah, no, that was even my friend who she's not like a huge F1 fan, but she tries to tune in. She messaged me and was like, "What the hell was that?
Yeah.
What a dickhead."
Yeah,
So there you go.
huge. Well, theoretically, that's all that happened, Really?
Yuki got a 10-second penalty.
For that spin?
Yes.
Yep.
And then Colapinto 5 seconds. Anything else? Oh, I have
Lewis.
a bone to pick. Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
I'll let you, because you're the Lewis girl. Take it away.
George was so far behind. They could have easily kept him out on those tyres. He said the tyres are absolutely fine. Keep me out. He could have stayed out. And if the tyres were shit and he was losing time, then bring him in. They had a big enough gap. It was like 23 seconds.
Yep. It was an entire pit stop.
A big enough gap to just try things. They didn't want him to challenge Charles.
No.
They didn't. It's simple as that. And they favoured Charles. And
It's basically saying, tell us who your number one driver is without telling us.
yeah. And I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that the gap was so big between George that if he's saying, and if anyone can manage their tyres, it's Lewis.
It's Sir Lewis.
And there was 17 laps?
Yeah.
19, something like that. He could have
easily made it.
he said
Yeah.
the tyres feel like brand new. What are you doing? But
Should we
for
get the
me,
radio up?
what I say to him is stick your ground, stay out. What are they going to do?
No, exactly right. What the fuck? My phone's glitching as we speak. Let's get the radio up.
Just one quick question.
Shut up, mate. Here we
It
go.
was so bad. Yeah.
This is the radio exchange between. I feel like we do this every fortnight. We talk about Ricardo Adami and Lewis Hamilton's communication. Here it is, the 1 minute clip. Lewis Hamilton's radio exchange with his Ferrari race engineer.
During the Austrian Grand Prix,
That's not it, is it? That's just not it. That's definitely not it. Okay.
We'll try again.
Yep.
Yeah, my tyres are okay. Can I extend? How many more laps left? And more still got 20 laps. I don't want to stop. 20 laps left.
He sounded so sad.
So
But he should have stayed out. Why? Just fuck him. Just stay out.
I don't understand. So
No,
Lewis Hamilton's driving the car, okay? His race engineer is sitting in a fucking tent on the pit straight.
Yeah, and he didn't even try and reason with him. He's like,
Nah.
can I stay out? Box.
Yeah,
But my tyres feel fine. Box.
yeah.
There was such a big... But it's not like George is 5 seconds behind 10, but...
George is a full pit
a
stop
full-
behind.
Yeah, so why not just try it? And if he's losing time and George is catching up, bring him in.
But our race pace was so much better. Even if George got within
Yeah.
a second, Lewis is just going to eke the gap out.
That's what the commentators said. They said all they've done is secure...
Leclerc's...
all they've done is secure Lewis 4th place.
Yeah.
Whereas if they kept him out, he could have challenged for a podium.
Yeah.
And Hamilton hasn't had a podium this year. You don't count sprints.
We can't count the sprint.
So he hasn't had one. And this was Charles' third. Obviously, I'm a Ferrari fan. I love Charles. Very happy for Charles.
Yeah.
But should have been a battle.
It was, should have
Did you see the clip of Lewis after he goes to the board with all the times and he's staring at it for like half a minute and then he just shakes his head? It's like cinematic.
I didn't see that. I actually went to bed because...
I saw it. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like, once again, I'm a busy man on a Saturday night. I was out partying. I missed qualifying, had to catch up.
Little party boy over here.
When the race finished up, so did I.
No, fair. I regretted. I need to stop because my Monday mornings are so early. I need to get in the habit of straight to bed.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
We know who the number one driver is now. So,
I mean, yeah, it's quite clear, isn't it? It's an absolute disgrace. I mean,
but in the post race interviews, he didn't really mention it. I think that was sort of it. Hulkenberg had an incredible drive.
well done to Sauber. Both in the
double
points. Well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both in the points. But yeah, Hulkenberg was like what P18.
He was last.
Who was last?
He qualified last.
Yeah, wow. So he had an incredible drive. Bortoletto first points. What was really cool, Bortoletto and Alonso fighting, and
Yep.
that's his manager.
Yep.
And I love seeing that.
Did you see them post race?
Yeah, that was very cute.
That was nice.
Very, very sweet.
Good on him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Lawson points, his top finish
Yep.
in a race.
Yep.
And that's
Very
kind
good.
of it. Yeah, no, shout
was
out
it.
Lawson. That was...
He's
It's
probably
fine.
made some enemies. Has he
Yeah,
made some enemies?
he's finally here for points and not friends.
He's made himself an enemy. Well, definitely to Fernando Alonso. That's a given.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like each other. The New Zealand Spanish rivalry is now heating up real bad. Do we now have to come in and defend New Zealand as like the big brother?
I know.
Does now
but
Oscar come in and go, hey, Fernando, back the fuck up. You're 40, you're 81 years old. Just calm down. Or do we just let him have it? Like, Liam put himself in that position. Just you fucking defend, mate.
he can do it. Oscar's busy doing championship things.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
have time for this stupid
Yeah.
battle. But
Battling for
that
13th place. Oh, fuck me.
was it, really.
That was it.
Yeah, like it was an exciting race, but not much happened.
Should we quickly, sorry, Brianna, should we quickly recap for the viewers and for ourselves as well, quite quick little refresher, the championship standings.
Yes, please.
So, Oscar Piastri is still the current world championship leader, 15 points now
Yeah, not
ahead
much.
of Lando Norris.
I have a question before you keep going. As an Australian, and you obviously favour Oscar more than Lando.
Yep.
Do you rather Oscar wins a championship with a few races to go, it's comfortable, we know we've got it, or do you want to go to a last race battle?
Last race battle.
See, I do as well. But then I think about how badly I want Oscar to win it, and maybe it'd be good if he just won it and it's all good.
That's true.
But imagine a last race.
I genuinely think because they're so even, it will go down to the last race. I'm not even joking. I don't think either one of them now is going to run away with it.
Yeah, true, because unless you're DNFing.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good good topic for the viewers as well. If you've got a driver, let's put it out there, right? If you have a driver that you favourite that's in the championship battle, do you prefer them to win it outright and not have this big finale finish where you know the feeling of them winning it would be greater? Or do you just try and get it done as early as possible?
See, like with this, I love Oscar. It's my second favourite driver, but I'm like, I want to see it go to the end. But if this was Hamilton-Lando fight, I would want it done. I'd want
As
it
soon
done.
as possible.
Yeah. So I think when it's your favourite driver, you just want it.
Yeah, so it's subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, very subjective. Max Verstappen is somehow still third on 155 points. George Russell in fourth. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton fifth and sixth. Kimi Antonelli is in seventh. Albon is eighth, huge. Ocon ninth, and Hulkenberg P10.
I know.
Nico Hulkenberg is ahead of Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. He's for a team that got their first and only point in the last race of last year.
Yeah. Second
That-
last. Qatar.
Second last race of the year.
Sorry. I just don't want to like.
No. Thank you. That was a moment from me. Second last. Sorry. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Still crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy improvement. But yeah, I think we'll start wrapping it up.
Let's do. Just hate watch on Lance Stroll. Alonso's now leveling points with him.
Oh wow, yeah.
After-
So he had a slow start and now he's
yeah.
made it up.
Yeah. So good on you.
Sorry.
Good on you, Lance. Dickhead. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That is
There you have
Austria.
it. Austria done for another year. And the fun doesn't stop there. We're straight into Silverstone, which half the grid's home race.
Half the grid's home race. Lando has the advantage. Now, this is what I'm scared of. Oscar had the advantage when we went, obviously, and he proceeded to spin out. Will there be the same sort of outcome for Lando? Does God work in mysterious ways?
I want Oscar to win it because Lando won Oscar's home. So I want Oscar to win
That's
Lando's
true.
home race.
Will that cause... now, if that happens, will Oscar be hated a lot more?
Nah.
I think he will be. The British fans are so
Yeah, they're
biased.
true. They're so, compared to Aussies.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, true.
They went from making sure Verstappen was okay in 2021 to fucking threatening his family 2 years later because the car was just unreal. So you know when Verstappen got taken out by Lewis, 2021,
Yeah.
they were all like, oh my God, is he... They were cheering at first because they were like, yes, he's out of the race. Then they were like, hang on, he might be cooked. Let's make sure he's all good.
Yeah.
They're clapping. 2 years later, Verstappen wins by 82,000 centuries.
Yeah.
and they're literally threatening him and his family.
Yeah, that's not right, guys. Let's not threaten.
No, let's not do that. So will Oscar get the same treatment because he beats his British teammate? I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, look, it's a huge possibility. So,
Massive.
but yeah, we'll see you then
see.
for our predictions
Quick
and
turnaround.
all those good things. And yeah, thanks for sticking with us while we slacked a bit, but we're here to stay.
That's true. There was a guy that I go to the gym with today, and he does listen, so he will hear it, and he will know exactly what I'm talking about. In the car park today, he goes, mate, where the fuck are the episodes? And I'm like, oh man, we had some issues with the equipment. We've got it now. We're set. We're ready. We're back,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
This is just the beginning. I truly don't think we start until we have our proper setup.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all. We will see you on Thursday for
Yes.
for our predictions of the 2025 British Grand Prix, and then we have a massive layover. Essentially, the one we just had, we have it again.
Yeah, huge. But that's right. We'll be in your ears again for a movie review. Also,
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually am supposed to be at Silverstone this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
I still have my ticket. So if anyone's listening and wants a ticket to the Silverstone race, I am selling it. I'll give it away for free. I just
No,
need
you
it,
won't.
I
That's
need
a
it-
lot of money.
Well, I need it out of my hands. It's literally 5 days away.
Can I look at the ticket?
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, of
I just want to
course.
see what it looks like.
It says, it's like, yay, Brianna, you're going to the Silverstone race. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Green tea and crumpets on fucking standby. Get ready at the airport, Heathrow. Is that where you'd land?
I keep getting reminders. It's like, book your pit lane walk. I'm like, I'm not going. Please stop.
Please shush.
I know. Okay, let me
Instead, you're stuck in Perth, Western Australia.
literally. Going to the 2025
Oh, that's
British
so
Grand
cool,
Prix.
man. Brianna, you're going to the 2025 British Grand Prix. Brianna, get ready to go. Don't know about that. That's a little bit how you're going. Digital tickets are used for all events at Silverstone. This email is not your ticket.
Oh,
You will receive an email with instructions on how to access your tickets
I
via
did
the
2 days
Silverstone
ago,
Tickets app.
and it's depressing.
Wow, general admission Sunday, 259 Great British pounds.
Yeah, it was 580 or something just for a Sunday walking. Not
That's
a seat.
fucking disgusting. Come on, F1. What are you doing? I've got a featured flight alert. Qantas is taking delivery of their first A321 XLR. Okay. There we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the new studio, home studio. Hopefully the audio is fine. If it's bad, I'm going to put my car in a tree.
Yeah, we've put in too much effort
Yeah.
for it to not be. But yeah, thanks for tuning in again. Good to be back, and we'll see you for my favourite driver's home race.
Oh, yes, Lewis. Sorry, I kept thinking of Oscar. I don't know why. Lewis Hamilton's home race, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
Here
my God.
we go.
I was going to be at Lewis's home race.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Well, I am going to go book a flight to the UK right now.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
See you later.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.